Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, in this video, I'd like to talk to y'all about learning the lesson, and that you should be learning the lesson that life will be teaching you the first time. Life has endless lessons for us to learn. It's inevitable as we go through this life that we have to learn from our mistakes, from our failures, from the situations we encounter. There's always a lesson to be learned. And if you learn the lesson the first time, you won't have to learn it again. This brings me to my first point. Don't be insane. It's, I think, altogether too easy to become insane in our behaviors because you should never underestimate human stubbornness. We will be stubborn to the end, and if we think that one way of trying things is going to work at some point, we will try it over and over and over again until it does, even if it's showing no signs of working. Don't underestimate human stubbornness. And so, don't be insane. What is the definition of insanity? Trying something over and over again, expecting it to work, expecting something different to happen, and you're getting the same result, but you're expecting something different. Don't be insane. You're not learning your lesson, and you will always be stuck there. You'll always be stuck there. And then when the test comes, when an opportunity comes for you to pass, to move forward, you'll fail the test. But we'll get there. Moving forward, I'd like to mention that if you learn the lesson the easy way, you save yourself having to learn it the hard way. Because trust me, that's really the test. When an opportunity, or when you don't learn something the easy way, when the hard way comes, when suddenly you need this lesson, and you need to have learned this lesson, but you don't know it yet. You didn't learn the lesson. And the hard way comes, you'll be swept under the rug. You'll be water flowing. You'll be gushed by the white water. I mean, swept away in the flood. And that's not where you want to be in this life. You want to be on solid ground. And when you learn the lesson, you elevate yourself on the solid ground so that when the waters come, you're above it all. You know, an example of this is like choosing your life path, I think. If you learn the lesson that there's only so many ways to go in this life, and that you have to make sure that you're prioritizing the pathway that's going to take you upwards. Let's say you don't learn that lesson. You decide, okay, I'm just going to work a 9 to 5 for how many ever years and keep on going. Well, you didn't learn it the easy way. Now it's the hard way when you're in your 30s. And now you got to learn this lesson. Now you got to try and scrape for time. You know, thinking, dang, what do I do with my life now? Because I don't want to be a dead end 9 to 5 worker. I don't want to just work in my office cubicle for the rest of my life. I don't want to just keep pushing boxes, for some UPS company. I don't want to just keep, working my little Office Depot job. That was unfortunately a job I had for a day. It's it's something that you have to. I learned that the easy way. I spent a day doing that, and I was like, nope, not for me. I need to go up and above this. But if you don't learn that the easy way, the hard way is going to come, and you're going to want to get out of that, and you won't be able to, not so easily anyway. So, when you learn it the easy way, you won't have to learn it the hard way. Similarly, if you learn it the hard way, sometimes the lesson comes first and only the hard way. And if you can just learn it the hard way, you won't have to suffer the hard way again. An example for this would be, let's say you're walking around with your wallet. Your wallet's kind of hanging half out. You know what I mean? You got your currency, your money out for show, just a little. And now you got some thief sees that, comes and snatches your wallet away. Now you just took off with your wallet. That's your identity. That's your money. That's everything. Everyone needs their wallet. If you learn the lesson the hard way, dang, I need to tuck my shit in my pockets. I need to make sure that, I got a little satchel for my stuff, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that that's not getting snatched. If you can learn the lesson the hard way the first time, you save yourself from getting pocket snatched again. It's often when we can just learn the lesson up front that we save ourselves from having to learn the lesson again. This brings me to my last point. If you learn the lesson, you pass the test. If you don't learn the lesson, you'll fail yet again. Now again, this life will often test whether or not you learn the lesson, be it intentionally or not. They say lightning don't strike twice, but you'll find that it does in certain scenarios, certain situations. With that pocket snatch. If you decide to leave your wallet out, if you don't learn your lesson, you're like, man, I'm just gonna slide. I'm just gonna be slide. I'm gonna walk in these bad areas with my pocket slightly. I got it. It ain't gonna happen to me again. Watch life fail you. Watch life fail you, bro. You're gonna get a fat F on that test when some other pocket snatcher comes up and robs you. And you're leaving your car unlocked. You're like, man, it's alright. It's not a big deal. This area ain't too bad. It's whatever. You get robbed once. You're like, man, it's whatever. It ain't shit. And you're not. Maybe you are thinking about it for a little bit, but then you get lazy again and you stop. Watch life fail you yet again. Versus being that person that decides, I got my shit stolen. I'm gonna lock my car every time, everywhere I go, and hide my valuables. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's diligent with it. Watch you pass the test. Next time, every time you walk out to your car, you're gonna see it safe and secure. Watch you pass that test because you learned the lesson the first time. So, learning the lesson the first time, ideally, is a pertinent way to salvage every scenario in life. And more so, you protect yourself. You protect yourself from having to learn it the hard way yet again. So, learn the lesson the first time. And don't forget it. Don't get lazy with it. Stay diligent. And keep that lesson locked up in your head. And that way, you won't have to learn that lesson yet again. All right. Take care, y'all. Peace.